Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the OK Grognard Show. It is Tuesday, October 6th, 2020, 10 a.m. Central in beautiful Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. It's a little after. I think I've got the technical issues I had problems with yesterday worked out, so we will see. But there you go. Well, what's going on today? It is Tuesday, so it's Cartography and World Building Day, and today we're going to look at, rather serendipitously, it's Rick Hershey's birthday. Happy birthday to Rick. And he has a sale going on his stock art, 50% off, and that includes his Elven Tower Cartography stock art. So what we're going to check out today is the stock art that he has at his maps, at his cartography. That's right, this will be, gosh, is it the third week in a row now we've done a cartography thing instead of world building after like 2.5, almost 3 months worth of world building stuff, and promising that we would get back to some cartography soon. Well, there you go. We got you covered on the cartography stuff, especially on these, are they freebies? They're not freebies. They are, without a doubt, going to save you quite a bit of money if you're just looking for some maps. But I should probably take us over there. Let's see, do that. Pop that up there. I think we want to just go check some of this stuff out, right? I think that would be the cool thing to do. And I think the easiest way to do that is just to switch screens over here and look at that section of Drive Through RPG where he's got everything up there. Hottest titles in this section. Well, this is all of them. Elven Tower Cartography. Now, of course, as I said, this is a 50% off sale he's got going on all of his stock art. So there's plenty of other stuff there to check out as well. But what we're focusing on for the show is the cartography. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's like 14 already completely finished maps. And how's that? Let's take a look at this one. Is this the hottest one? Is this the one that does the best? This is called the Forgotten Cave. And you can see it's very nicely drawn. It's the isometric. There's north, the scale, 10 foot per square. It's pretty neat. It's almost got that Mines of Moria feel, right? With the raised sections you're walking around on top of. That's pretty neat. What else do we got going on here? We'll check them out in turn. We'll look at the pyramid one. Side view, very useful. Interior, these again 10-foot squares because we've got some 5-foot wides naturally with pyramids. Tomb. You got some places where you've got sarcophagi, treasure rooms. I'm sure there could be a lot of traps put up into this. This is, of course, cartography, so it's up to you as to how you want to utilize it, but obviously with a pyramid thing going on, you want to put a lot of traps inside. What's this one here? The Cult Temple. It includes a pit, 1, 10, 20, 40 foot deep pit with spikes, which is cool, inside the place where they have a brazier, sacrificial brazier, I suppose. There's a well inside the place. Looks like there's some bookshelves. You could set up a library off to one side. Kind of a memorial flame area or something. Oh, these are like little. I think for me, and you can do whatever you want with them, right? I think for me, these could be like little plinths with statues or busts up on top of them, right? The entry hall has pillars, and there's a way going up and a way going down. Kind of neat having levels, so many different levels. I think these are back ends of other bookshelves on the left. So this cult is very well read. That is an interesting fact in and of itself. What about this map here? Let's check this one out. The Evergreen Valley. All right, so we've got an outdoor map here. Good to use in a pinch for a few bucks. That's a really nice looking map too, isn't it? It's got some subtle colors added into it to make it a little more than just a map on a parchment background. Which, by the way, let's say, nice parchment background to begin with. Got a little village up here off in the woods on a side road. This would be another couple of settlements along the way off to one area. There is, I think you'd put a little ruins in there, right? And these are sort of mountainous in hills, wooded areas. So it's a pretty big area. That's a kilometer. That inch. So you're talking about it's not really an inch. It's more like 3/4 of an inch, maybe. So if this is printed on an 8.5 by 11, hey, Article Justicar. Been a minute. It's been a minute. Let's get you on the giveaway list. It's been a little while there. Let's see. Here we go. Perfect. You're on. We're looking at some Fat Goblin Games quality stock art, Elven Tower Cartography today as part of our Tuesday Cartography Day. He's got a half-off sale going on stock art, and it includes the maps from his Elven Tower Cartography line. Elven Tower Cartography is the artist. I'm not sure if that's a pseudonym just for himself to separate his other stock art from this mapping stuff here, or if there's actually a different person working on it. It's all being sold by him, so that at least is the case. Ah, here it is. This map is created by Derek Ruiz? Yeah, of Elven Tower Cartography. Okay. Derek did these then. Good to know. They're very nice. He does a really good job. Oh, this is cool. This one has sewers involved in it too. So you could plunk this one underneath a complex or a city or a very large town, any place that would have some sort of sewer that would have some sort of sewage system beneath it. There are some side passages with other these look kind of ruined too, don't they? So that's kind of cool. So they've been down there a long time. It gives you some options for how you want to depict it. Let's check the next one out. Hidden Temple. Okay, another hidden temple. Look at this. Ramp up only to have staircases 1, 2, 3, 4 going down again. That's kind of nifty. Oh no, that just curves around and then the stairs go down. More like a stairwell over here is what you got, right? You've got these obelisks periodically put about the place, so they have some importance, some meaning. Stairway down at the lowest end, you've got a sarcophagus or a chest, something down there, well away from everything else. I like this, that you've got a stairwell going down, but over here you do have a ladder. So you've got a couple ways around here, which I think is important. So it doesn't have that linear feel that a lot of dungeons can have if you're not careful. We'll check out this next one here, the slave pit. Okay. So we've got a sort of arena, a bunch of stands, seating area around it. This is obviously a fighting pit. They call it a slave pit. You don't have to introduce slavery to your campaign world, though, if you don't already have it. You could certainly have some sort of fighting pit that can be part of an entertainment that doesn't use slaves, but rather hires individual fighters, and maybe there's a prestige to it that, like any pro sporting event in the modern world, where there's so much money thrown at the talent that's involved, and there's a turnover to it because of it requiring a prowess that you might have in your youth, but further down the line is going to be gone. It's fleeting, my friends. You heard it here first. Yuhang Temple. Okay. There you go. Another cool temple. Temples are a bit of a theme, right? I mean, they're a regular thing, especially if they're part of a particular enemy type species, some creatures that now look at this now. We calling this the entryway on the left? I think we are. And when it gets in there, there are two high walls on either side that have a walkway above that's open to below, I do believe. There are doors with spaces beyond on either side, but those overlook this open hallway, so that creates about 40 feet up, I think. That creates a rather interesting gauntlet for adventurers to, because they have to make a decision. There's a door over here, far away on the left, far side of the wall, and then just to the right, but still 50 feet away, there's a closer door. That appears to go down a hallway, down a stair, and into a room with some sort of standing coffins or statuary. And there's a sarcophagus beyond. Note these little notations that there are locks on this door and on this door. If I'm not mistaken, those are meant to show that this door should be locked, as this one too. So if you're being fired upon from above and you cross all the way over here only to encounter a locked door, you might be in the line of fire for quite a bit longer. Look at these snake statues at the far upper right. This one was broken off for some reason. So I think the depiction here is that this is a long abandoned or ancient structure. These stairs go up and up to get to, and same on this opposite side, to get to these rooms and out to the galleries. There are lines across the top here, which suggest this is where the ceiling ends above these walkways. So that is to say that this whole area is definitely open according to the map. Pretty neat. Another temple. What else do we got here? Let's see. We are this far along. We only have a few more. Let's check them all out, huh? Only 15 minutes in. Hey, Bob, how you doing? There are so many great maps available. Never did draw one myself again. These maps are fantastic. The 3D helps understand how everything is situated. Absolutely. I love a cool isometric map. Here we go. Pop that open. And just as we say that, here's a two-dimensional one. So there you go. We got a little bit of everything going on here. This is pretty straightforward, but it's nice. I like the use of these bricks around the outside as rather than the to depict that these walls outside of these rooms are worked stone, whereas over here where he uses the hatch marks, this area is a dugout area, and there's even rubble at the beginning of it to show that it's dug out. Is that a pit at the far end? There's something in there. Up to the person who fills it, right? Look at these spiral staircases that go down. This goes down to here. This goes down to here. This goes down to here, down to here before you get this other thing. So you've really got 3 different levels here being shown, maybe 4, because we've got a stairway over here, although that doesn't quite make sense with this door. Oh yeah, this door is up above. So this is 1 level, then this is a level below, level 2, level 3, and level 4. I think that, yeah, that makes sense. These here, I see. Again, we've got stairway. So we're up on level 1, level 2, stairway down, level 3, stairway down, level 4 to the bottom. So this is really a 4-level complex, although not very extensive on each level. Definitely pretty deep. And you know what? That's a good thing. It's too many things, even depicted as two-dimensional maps. Too often, two-dimensional maps have that nice big spread out. Everything's all over the place, but we're not going up and down much. This one does a lot of stairways, and that's good. Stairways are tricky to fight on. They create difficulties for mapping, for searching, for exploring. And that's good. It mixes it up nicely. What else we got here? The Goblin Hideout. Good morning, Luxfire. How you doing, buddy? George. Fat Goblin Games has a sale, 50% off on stock art. And it includes their Elven Tower Cartography line. No, this one's kind of neat. Look at the shaft down, and then this has a lot of levels, but it also includes a lot of up and down shafts. Now it says it's a goblin hideout, but I might suggest, since this is, we can say this is all packed earth, and these are rough, scratched out walls, rooms, whatever. This looks a bit like an ant colony, doesn't it? Maybe they've taken over a giant ant colony and reworked some of the places. The stairs are rough, so maybe they were dug in. Maybe these were all just ant tunnels or shafts, because they can go straight up and down. It's no problem for an ant to climb up and down a wall, right? They don't necessarily need to have their tunnels ramped or staired. But it's pretty neat. We got little hidey holes all over the place. You can see they've put on the map little bedrolls here, bedrolls there. We know all the places where they like to sleep. There seems to be a treasure room at the bottom. Little side passages over there. And we're only getting a glimpse of part of the map. In this case, note the 5-foot square rather than 10-foot squares we've been seeing on a lot of the maps. So that means the scale quite a bit different, half as big, right? Let's see, Dwarven Mine. Here we go. Have a quick look at this one. This one, a lot more regimented, makes a certain amount of sense. Dwarves tend to be more regimented. This opening up here, this kind of side view or two-dimensional view, to complement the isometric map, notice 10-foot squares. This opening comes in right here, so that's how we're situating it. We've got this pit right away. We've got a couple of braziers along the side. This is a raised area, so this is kind of a pretty defensible area. Maybe this is a channel. Maybe there's fluid running along down into there. But we definitely are working a lot of levels here. And I think the idea is that we have exposed stone and levels because that is where mining actually takes place, right? I like this little back and forth with 3 alcoves. Perhaps these were test mines here. Do a little quick dig, figure there's nothing, move on, do another little quick dig, so on and so forth. We've got a stairway up to another area. Notice the elevator, right? There's a winch somewhere way up top that works this elevator that lets you take ore up to the top and maybe people as well. We've got this nice shaft over here, so there's probably another vein that's been explored down here and also down in this left-hand section here. I think we can fairly say that if something is a mining operation, there will be little test mines, little test digs anywhere they've gone, because that's how you figure out where you're going to keep digging, right? Let's do a little test here, a little test there, and make sure that everywhere you've checked out has been exploited if there is something there worth digging for. This is a shack. This is kind of simple but useful. 5-foot squares here. Got a little stairway up. Notice he's got himself a little pit here. We got a little Sweeney Toddish stuff going on here, right? So just inside this doorway is a pit. There must be a way of tripping it, so whatever goes down into this funnel and then into some kind of a cage or a box perhaps down at the bottom here for later sacrifice or carving up. Secret little trap door here that leads to a stairway down, to a ladder down, and then a stairway down that gets you all the way to the bottom. If these are 5-foot squares, that's got to be about a 30-foot drop to the funnel, and then another 10-foot drop into this cage, or whatever we've got here. This might be some sort of an execution platform. So that's pretty neat. That's the shack. Just a couple more quick to look at here before we finish up. What do we got here? The underground lake hold. So this is kind of a stronghold area around a interior underground lake. That's pretty neat. So these are carved out of the mounds of stone that are nearby in this cavern. We've got a number of secret doors over here to the left, up here to the right. Looks like there's a whole bunch of bedrolls here, so we've got a sort of a barracks situation. We've got a sort of a mess hall situation that has the opening for this one. This too has a sort of a meeting area or a big opening, and then notice the kind of chair, 3-chair situation, chair and 2 stools, something like that. You know, this might be a council chamber. This is where they all meet to decide the order of the day. Another secret door here on the left in the middle. So these This room and this room are secret storerooms, it would seem, because this looks like it is a storeroom that's opened up. It stores lumber. We've got a few chests and some weapons racks in here. This could be an armory. Library. There's an inner council chamber, another secret door to take you into these locations. So this could be where the leadership sleeps. And here is, I would have to say, that's a big hearth there. Foodstuffs must go in here. You wouldn't have the food too far from the, this could be a kitchen area over here. That would make sense, right? And then just a private dining room for the uppity ups. I'd go with that. That seems like a good way of setting that all up. That's the, ooh, last one, Skyward Hold. Okay. So this is on floating rocks in the sky. That's kind of neat. And it's not just on one, which, you know, you could say is just a plain old plateau, right? But these are several levels. There's a river coming out of something up in the sky. Perhaps this is in a different dimension where this river comes from and splashes down over several levels of these. This, too, is a mountain with a river coming out of it. That's kind of neat. But up over here, we've got this whole complex. And it looks like there's even more to it. They've got a scale over here, so this is much larger than just 10-foot squares. These could be, looks like 50-foot squares maybe. So this is a big old place. There's a shaft and an underground place, and this looks like a sort of a balcony that sticks off the side of this skyward hold. All pretty cool. Once again, our friend Derek, who did the mapping on this one, very good job on all of these, actually. Very impressed with how these go. Well, I'll tell you what, that takes us to about our time. So I will say thank you to everybody. I'll have a link in the show notes for the drive-through link to go and check some of these things out personally. Maybe pick one or two of them up, half price off. So, you know, and as I said at the top, happy birthday, Rick Hershey. It is his birthday. He's running a sale for his birthday. So, you know, in these times, do I want to guilt you into helping out an artist who's, you know, it's I'll tell you what, in a regular year, it's tough enough for somebody in the RPG field. Tougher still for artists in the RPG field to make ends meet. We get into a year like this, where everything's gone sideways, it's got to be even tougher. So, you know, if you're even considering it, thank you. Picking up one of these maps from him. If you pick up one or two or three, drop a 10 spot, you know, and you get 3 of these things, well, 9, yeah, there you go, even less. And well worth it. And look over the other stock art too. You need to spend $3-4 on a character portrait for your next D&D character, or one you've been thinking of for a while, or maybe you're thinking about doing some publishing. Go grab a handful of pieces, see what inspires you. Grab one of these maps, and then grab a few of his monsters that you can put in there. There's a lot of ways to use this. Throw together a little 8-page PDF, pop it up on DriveThruRPG, and maybe make a little money of your own that you can then use to buy more stock art. That's how that works. Well, thanks again for following the show. Thank you to everybody who has chimed in on the stream chat as well. It is greatly appreciated. I've got Henry Armitage in there, and I've got Argyle Justicar, and of course, George, our good buddy, LexFire22 on Twitch. Thank you very much. I've got all of you on the list, too. If you are going to be checking out the show, by all means, follow the channel and then chime in on the stream chat, because we do keep this list of folks who do that, because then we know they're not bots, and by doing that, we can include them in the giveaway. We also have a show tomorrow. Well, let's not forget, this weekend, Autumn Revel. I'm running games on Saturday and Sunday. I think there's still a seat or two left in each of these. There's only 6 total. I know there were at least 4 people signed up for each one as of yesterday. So go check it out. Hop on Tabletop Events. Check out Autumn Revel. Maybe sign up and get ready to have some fun this coming weekend. 10 a.m. tomorrow for campaign discussion. 10 a.m. every day. GMing tips on Thursday. Friday is building adventures. Saturday, GM reviews. Sunday, rules retrospective. Then back around the horn the next Monday for weekly news and announcements. This Saturday and Sunday will also be a little longer because we'll be doing them as seminars for the Autumn Revel as well. And come join us. If you're catching up with this on YouTube, thank you very much. Do subscribe to the channel. Give us a thumbs up on the particular video you're watching. And feel free to make some constructive criticism comment for us. If you can help us make the show better, we would, of course, appreciate that. I want to thank everybody from the OK Grognard Show in beautiful Lake Geneva. Bye-bye.